Katja.
Hey.
Oh, we have a fantastic light. So, tell me your name, your age, and where do you live?
My name is Katja Zvarnsik. I'm 35 and I live in Ljubljana, Slovenja.
And are you married? Do you have children? What's your social life like?
Married to a wonderful man, and we have one dog.
One dog.
One dog and no children.
And we meet here in Sicily on the Swing Fest festival. And you're a fantastic dancer. Is this your profession also?
Yeah, it's been I've been dancing since I was 5 years old, so it's pretty much 30 years so far. And I never thought it's going to be my profession, but it was always a big part of my life. But it kind of happened to be so. Yeah.
To be so great. Tell me, what is women's life like in Ljubljana? What do women deal with in your city?
I think it's probably pretty much similar to everywhere around Europe, I would say. For me, I always had a really strong role model, which was my mom, because I've been living just with my mom and my sister since I remember, because my father split when I was like really young, like a year and a half. So all I remember is having my mom next to me. So she was a very strong person to me and a really strong influence. So like for me, women, like I never experienced any weak side, weak point of it, I would say, maybe. Even though, you know, she was maybe not in her best position in her life in that moment, but still she was like a pillar for us. You know, and it was great. And I think like, I wouldn't say that we have any big disadvantages as women in Ljubljana. I think it's pretty equal. But I still like to think about genders in a more traditional way. For me, like I said, I have a husband. Of course, when I'm home, I'm gonna cook. And he's the one that's gonna change the light bulb. It's not that I cannot do it, because I lived by myself for a long time. Of course, I know how to do it. But still, like for me, it's like, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna take care of you, you're gonna take care of these things. And this is how this is how, for me, things work, even though some people try to switch it around. But yeah, it's a point of personal preferences, I guess.
Yeah, so, and you have a choice. I mean, that's, I think, really important to say.
If you have a choice, it's easy. When you don't have a choice, then there's a problem, of course.
So one of my questions is, what do you like about your life?
What I like about my life? Pretty much everything.
Nice.
I think I'm lucky because I'm able to do what I love to do. Yes, this was my choice. I picked this, that I really want to do this. And I wasn't maybe afraid of choosing that, even though I had a day job before I started to travel and be like a international instructor full time. I had a job that I really liked. I still like it. I'm a film editor.
Film editor?
Film editor, yeah.
Okay.
So I love that job. But I was in agency, day job, you know, every day from, 9 to 5, whatever. And then more and more dance gigs came along. And then there was a point when I had to choose. Either I do one or the other, because both didn't work. And I love both. And it's both around rhythm. Film editing is rhythm. This is rhythm. I love both. It's both visual. And but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna dance. And when I don't like it anymore, I'm gonna go back to my old job. So that's one thing that I'm really happy about, that I actually do what I love to do. Because I think when you have that, you're happy with yourself, and it's like all the rest is easy. And I have like I said, a really wonderful man. I have a wonderful family. My sister has beautiful kids, and my mom, and it's just I have the best friends that I can imagine, even though we live in a different parts of the world, but still. Yeah, I think I have nothing to complain, really.
Nice. Well, my other question would be, what is challenging about your life? Do you find some things difficult or challenging?
Well, exactly the thing that makes me super happy is also very challenging. I'm away from home a lot. Yes, it's nice to travel for a job. The travel part is the least nice, I would say. Because yeah, you sleep in different beds every weekend. You live on planes pretty much. You eat different food. You're different schedules every time. So that can be really challenging. So I think like to do what we do, you really have to love what you do, and I really do. So that's why I'm still doing it. But I think the challenging part is to keep the right amount of time for yourself and for your own family, for my partner, like to be aware of, now I need to take a month off, because if not, I'm not gonna like this anymore. And I'm gonna forget what I have back home, which is not good either. So I think this is the challenge, to balance it, the right amount of this and the right amount of that.
What would you tell, what tip would you give to women?
What tip? I would say, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. That's one thing that I think lately is kind of brought up more and more everywhere, like on every aspect of life. Because yeah, if I don't like something, I'm gonna say out loud, I don't like this. Because like I said, I have a really strong role model, my mom. And I was never used to live with men. So in a way, they never had me in control. Maybe. I don't know if there's any connection with that, but maybe. And I spent a lot of time with, like in my apartment building, there was no girls my age. It was only boys. So I had to find my way around those boys, which was not easy all the time, but I kind of learned how to stand up to myself. And I think that's important. It's important to know what you really want and what you like and go for it. I know sometimes with some situations it's not easy, maybe it's not even possible, but at least if you talk about it more, I think that's a nice start. That you're not obliged to do something you don't feel comfortable in. That's one of the things. And in general, it's like, if you really want something, if you really dream about something, try it. Do it. Don't be afraid of it, because if you don't like what you do in that moment, who cares? Just leave it. You're gonna find something else for sure. Yeah.
Great. Something else? Oh, that's it.
I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Katja.
Thank you.
Thank you.